Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Last time we talked about the importance of optimism in Islam. If you have not seen that video yet, the link is in the description below. Today we are going to talk about 5 things that we are advised to take advantage of by the Prophet, peace be upon him. So let's begin. It was narrated by Ibn Abbas that the Prophet ﷺ advised us to take benefit of 5 before 5. Your youth before your old age, your health before your sickness, your wealth before your poverty, your free time before you are preoccupied, and your life before your death. These are all blessings that Allah has granted us. We do not know when or how we will lose them, so that is why we are advised by the Prophet, peace be upon him, to take advantage of them before they are gone. All 5 of these blessings, they do relate with each other, so you may notice a little bit of similarities while we're going through them. So let's break it down. So number 1, youth before old age. During our youth, we have less worries. We are troubled by less things in the world than an adult would be. And we have a lot more blessings through just being in our youth. Blessings like a stronger immune system, a better ability to think positively. We can move around more, be more physically active. We can learn more effectively and memorize easily. We should take advantage of this time and try to learn more and create a stronger foundation in our religion, in our deen, so that we can continue our life building on top of that foundation. Being in our youth is a state of mind. It's not necessarily an age. As we grow up, our state of mind develops, but we don't necessarily know when our minds change from being of the youth to being an adult or being of an older age. So we should take advantage of the state of mind while we have it. We should try to learn more about our religion. We should read more Quran. We should, learn more about even the history of Islam. So moving on to the next one, number 2, our health before our illness. Health is a blessing more than ever. When we are healthy, we can be more physically active, we can help others, we can be a more positive force for good through our actions. Health can be broken down into 3 different categories: mental, physical, and spiritual. If we are blessed with all 3 of these, we should utilize all of them to the best that we can, inshallah. So, for mental health, remember to take breaks in your day. Breathe, relax, and one thing you gotta keep in mind is a little bit of self-care can go a long way. And while your own mental health is important, let's not forget about our ummah and community. We may be physically separated from each other, from our friends, family even, but alhamdulillah, we are blessed to live in the era of technology, where our brothers and sisters in Islam are only a phone call away, a video call away even, where we can do these kinds of online talks and engagements, alhamdulillah. So call your friends, family, colleagues even, check on them, see how they're doing. One call can make all the difference. And while we're sitting at home making our phone calls, let's not forget about the importance of our physical health. It is very important for us to take advantage of our physical health. If we have the ability to move around, we should. Allah has given us feet. Let's use them. Allah has given us hands. Let's use that. If Allah has blessed you with the ability to be mobile, let's use that. If you used to walk around when you went out to your work or when you went out in general, you can still do that at home. You can go for walks. You can play with your kids if you have, or your siblings or family. Basically, do something that will make you get up and move around. Do not be idle. So the last kind of health is spiritual health. When we're talking about spiritual health, we're talking about our relationship to Allah. And alhamdulillah, we are given multiple ways to strengthen that relationship in Islam. So a couple ways we can do it. We can pray more. We have the 5 obligatory prayers. And we also can pray sunnah. We can pray extra prayers on top of that. We can fast more. Ramadan is coming up. So we can start getting ready, and fast some extra days. Another thing to do, we can read Quran. We can read Quran, we can read a couple of ayahs, we can revise some of the surahs we used to know. We can memorize new ones even. And lastly, even through self-reflection, tafakkur, we can strengthen that bond. We can determine how we can become a better person and better Muslim. So these are just a couple of ways that we can strengthen our bond with Allah, strengthen our relationship to Allah. And before we move on, I think it's very important to make dua for everyone out there who's taking advantage of their stronger immune system and helping out the needy and the community. May Allah protect them and bless all that they do. And Ameen. So the third blessing, is our wealth before our poverty. Wealth can be broken down into two categories. Material wealth is the one that most people they immediately think of. It's the kind of wealth that is physical, that it is here and it's going to stay here even after we die. But if we use it correctly, it can have benefits for us that will carry on even after our death. There are many different people around the world and even in our community that are in need of this kind of wealth, whether it is to pay their bills, send their kids to school, or even buy a decent meal. Alhamdulillah, there are initiatives happening all around and in our community where we can provide different services, whether it be monetary services or whether it be other provisionary services. So we can look for an example in the food pantry in the community, where, alhamdulillah, if you have extra food, you don't necessarily have money, but you have extra food and you want to donate it for those in need, you can give it to the food pantry. You know, if you don't have the money, but you still have the materials such as extra clothes, extra food, or any extra provisions, you can take advantage of this blessing through those as well. So the second kind of wealth is the non-tangible wealth. It's the wealth of knowledge. Someone can gather all the knowledge in the world and keep it to themselves. But who does that benefit in the end? It only benefits them, that one person, and it only benefits them in this life. If you have the knowledge that can benefit others, you should spread it. There is no age requirement to teach someone something new. You can be 10 years old and have learned something a 40-year-old did not know, or vice versa. This advice goes first to myself, then to the youth, the adults in the community. While there may not be a physical school to go to during this time, make your homes a nurturing place for you and your kids, if you have, to learn and grow. And do not go a day without picking up something new. There are three ways that we can take advantage of our wealth before our poverty that will benefit us even after death. And that is through something called sadaqah jariyah. It's a continuous good deed. One of the ways is by, donating money or materials towards something that will benefit, the Muslims, benefit the ummah. Number two is through your knowledge. Maybe you wrote a book, maybe you taught somebody how to pray, maybe you taught them something that will benefit them, and every time they do that good deed, you'll get good deeds from it as well. And the last one is through having good children, raising good children. You taught them how to be a great Muslim, how to be a great person, and even after you die, they're still making dua, they're still praying for you. So when we're thinking about our wealth before our poverty, all three of those ways for both kinds of wealth can benefit us even after we die if we take advantage of it while we have it. So the fourth blessing is our free time before we are preoccupied. We can all agree that this is a big blessing to have. And as we get older, we sometimes find that our free time to do what we want is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So while it is good to take a mental break from all that we have going on in the world, turn on the TV, play some video games, it's even better to try and spend some of that time doing something for the sake of Allah. If you get a 30-minute break from your day-to-day work, You don't necessarily have to use the whole 30 minutes to get some rest and relaxation in. Even utilizing a couple of those minutes towards dhikr, remembrance of Allah, can make a huge difference. A skill that we gain over time in life is time management, and that is something that's actually in our deen. We can see from this blessing. We live in this dunya, we live in this world while we're working towards the next, working towards the akhirah. So take a minute or a couple of minutes, or however long, do something that can carry over to the akhirah, to the hereafter, because we might not have any more free time in the future. Allah knows. So, the last blessing, number 5, your life before your death. This one is a very big and broad blessing to take advantage of. To start off, no one knows when we are going to die but Allah. We do not know if it will be after we pray, play, or after we lay down, even. We don't know if it will be after we've accomplished the best good deed we can think of, or what we'll be doing at that time. We know that death is a definite in each of our lives, whether we are of a young age or old. In Surah number 3, Ayah 185, every soul will taste death, and you will only be given your full compensation on the day of resurrection. So he who is drawn away from the fire and admitted to the paradise has attained his desire. And what is the life of this world except the enjoyment of delusion? This world isn't our final destination. It isn't the spot for us to necessarily get caught up with everything happening here and forget about the next world. So, taking advantage of the blessing of life means to savor every moment through pleasing Allah and using it to our best advantage so that we can achieve our ultimate goal, Jannah, heaven, inshallah. So, to summarize, all these blessings can be taken advantage of no matter where you are, whether you are at work, whether you are at home. Each of these, we have a duty, we have, inshallah, the ability to take advantage of them. So, going through them briefly, the first one was we should enable our youth in the homes by providing some learning and growth opportunities. That is a way we can take advantage of our youth before our old age. The second one, our health before our sickness. We should help our elders that may be sick or are weaker due to poor health or poor immune system. And if you're able to seek opportunities to help out in some sort of way, if you have a stronger immune system, take an advantage of that. Be a hero in your community, whether it is through sanitizing your home, helping out, your parents, cleaning the masjid, whatever it may be. Do it, inshallah. And the third one, your wealth before your poverty. If you are blessed with wealth, whether it be the physical kind or the knowledge kind, the non-tangible kind, both can be a true benefit for you in this life and the hereafter. So take advantage of that. If you are blessed with wealth, spread it. The fourth, your free time before you're preoccupied. Utilize your free time in the best way to please Allah, whether it be through gaining knowledge on Islam, remembering Allah, or whatever it may be. We don't know when our next free time is going to come. So use it and take advantage of it while you have it. And the last one, number 5, our life before our death. We do not know when death is going to come for us, but live your life to the fullest by pleasing Allah through your intentions and actions. May Allah reward you all for tuning in, and if there's any other topic requests, please let us know in the comments below what you want to hear and learn. There will be more videos coming through soon, inshallah. The youth of the Burlington Masjid are super excited to announce a new initiative of daily reminders. Every day, if you tune into our social media stories on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, you will find a nice Islamic reminder. Highly recommend you look at it. I recommend you share it, and you can find links to our medias as well as the Masjid social media below in the description. Assalamu alaikum. May Allah reward you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.